Hunter Biden's former business associate, Eric Schwerin, testified before the House Oversight and Judiciary committees yesterday. He claimed he was, quote, not aware of any role that Vice President Joe Biden had as a public official or a private citizen in any of Hunter business activities. None, he said. House Oversight Committee Chairman James Comer shared more about the testimony on Fox News last night. Watch.
Schwerin was the guy that paid Joe Biden's bills. He's the guy that did his bookkeeping. He also did that for a couple of Hunter Biden's LLCs. So when Joe Biden said there was a wall between the government and himself and his family's shady business schemes, that's not true, because they had the same bookkeeper, the same guy that did the books and paid all of Joe's bills and deposited his checks and everything, was the same guy Hunter Biden used. He was the key central figure in paying all the bills and making sure that Hunter Biden wasn't overdrafted in the bank. We know that he deposited Joe Biden's Delaware tax refund and wrote a check from Joe Biden to Hunter Biden. This is all stuff that is well documented in emails.
Well, James Comer last night. And Krisha, Eric Schwerin was the money guy. And we should also point out that there were emails, which we documented a couple of months ago, that there were emails directly between Joe Biden and Eric Schwerin right around the time that then Vice President Biden was going to Ukraine to get that prosecutor fired.
Exactly. There were 54 emails at the time.
Right.
And going back and forth, Joe Biden had a pseudonym that he was using. He had multiple pseudonyms. Eric Schwerin, he parsed his words very carefully. There were lawyerly responses because he is the chief architect of all these LOCs, all these shell companies. To think that he doesn't know anything is very suspect, but he did testify before Congress and was very specific in his answers. He was clearly very coached. But yes, I mean, he is the main person to go behind all of these transactions. And also, as you mentioned, with Ukraine, he was going back and forth with Joe Biden during the time when the prosecutor, Victor Shokin, was fired, during the time when Burisma was under investigation. So he knows a lot more than he's letting on. Luckily, we have Tony Bobulinski testifying. Later down the line, Hunter Biden will be testifying. I think those people will be less coachable and will hopefully learn more.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting that when you look at his resume, he was the point guy for the Chinese deals, and he was also the money manager, financial advisor for Hunter Biden's companies.
But he knew absolutely nothing about this, Maria. I am shocked to learn there is gambling within the walls of this institution.
Right,
shocked.
exactly.
Right? I mean, it's so insincere. These are very shrewd people. And yes, you're absolutely right.
But he was under oath, I mean, right?
So he was under oath, but he's very shrewd and he was very coached. You know, if you are asked, did you know that this happened, and you say, I don't recall, you can never be accused of lying, because you can say, well, I don't recall, even if they prove that you did actually know. And that's the sort of subtlety and the sort of things that, as Krista points out, he was doing yesterday.
Yeah, he said he doesn't know, Lily.
Yeah.
He doesn't know, but Americans know better. And there's a reason why 50% of Americans feel like Hunter Biden is getting preferential treatment. And I think I worry about the message this sends to the everyday American. Is there a double standard? Is it a two-tier system of justice? It doesn't matter who you are or what your last name is. What if his name was Trump? What kind of conversation and coverage we'll be having right now? It is just wrong, we know.
If your name is Trump, it's a completely
That's a whole other ball game. But you cannot say you don't know. But at the same time, of course, you need a character like this one to manage so many LLCs. This is complicated and sophisticated stuff. You need an advisor, and he is the one that all of a sudden cannot recall.
Well, look, Joe Biden, we know, had those emails, and he also, according to the Oversight Committee, was bragging about the prosecutor needing to be fired because he was investigating Burisma, who was paying Hunter $1 million a year to be on the board. We've got a lot coming up. We are just getting started this hour.